morning. It's me, Nancy, today. Something feels different outside. It's not as cold. See, the trunks of the trees are not so white. Doesn't feel as cold on my face. However, I'm not in the wind. I haven't talked to you lately. I'm sorry I haven't talked to you lately. Whoops, I've been uploading all these videos of the deer and of Willem playing the piano and whatever. But I haven't been... What is the temperature? It must be very mild. I haven't been actually talking to you, and that's very rude of me, and I'm sorry. One of my lights burned out up there. Well, look at that. No wonder. It's very mild. Well, you know what I did? I lined up all the deer bowls. See this? I lined them all up along the edge so that the deer could get past each other. If one deer came up and stood in the proximate bowl, he wouldn't block all the other deer. They could get around him and have their own food. It also seems like I scattered a lot, but they're not interested in these mere husks. Well, la-ta-dee-da. Got my handy dandy scoop. But I'm not giving each bowl a full scoop because it appears that they will eat everything. Yesterday at Mira, got to talking with Linda, who lives down the highway. She's back in the woods. You can't see her house from the road. Wow, that almost looks like a bear footprint. Anyway, and she was saying that her deer, she feeds the deer too, and she has 11 of them. But she had a couple with antlers. I don't have any with antlers. So she has maybe different deer than I do. She lives about 2.5 miles away from me. I guess I could clock it. Deer have a range of 2 miles or 2.5 miles. And of course that doesn't necessarily mean something if I'm not on the edge. Like if I were right on the edge of their thing, well that would be, then she would be in it. But I might be somewhere in the middle. I know they come from over there at Bill's. And they also go across the road where she feeds them. Anyway, Linda was saying she feeds them and her neighbor feeds them. And then of course I feed them and Cheryl feeds them. And Bill throws out the old bread from where he works, so he feeds them. Which is kind of nice because it's not all dependent on any one of us to keep these deer alive. So we sort of are sharing the cost. But there's definitely two groups. I have a group that has several young ones, including Wolf, and Underbite is the mother. And then there's another group with perfect eye rings. There's about 3 or 4 of them. I was able to get more used to them when I was downstairs looking out this door here. You see, I get a view from up above when I'm up there. The loft gets a better view. I mean, up in the bedroom window, it's not so good. It looks like that trim is not on there. Anyway, so I've missed the morning feed because I have been sleeping. Oh, you want to know why I've been sleeping? Because I stayed up very late. I stayed up till about 2:30 last night watching the stars. It's amazing, but from that small bedroom window through these trees, I have the most amazing view of stars. Of course, it's very rare to have a view of stars in the winter because stars just don't happen in the winter. think this one here is over too far. I'm going to put it right over here now. Right back here, and everybody can get past it. Put it on there. So anyway, I was watching the stars, and oh my gosh, it was, whew, that was my tarp on the teepee. Anyway, I could see Arcturus. I thought it was Antares, but Arcturus, which is one of the stars in Bootes. And I've always liked Bootes. Bootes. And the constellation is kind of something like that, pulling a triangular, not triangular, it's got an end like that, and then it comes out, gets big, goes back into a point, and then it has this, you know, each of my fingers is a separate line. and I didn't know that Virgo was right next to Arcturus. And so I was watching Arcturus out here, and when I turned, and I know these things because I've got this app. I can't look and tell you the name of the app right now. Night Sky or something about the sky. Anyway, and so right beside it was Virgo. Now Virgo, from the other side of the house where we used to sleep, I used to get up in the night to go to the bathroom and look out, and there were all night long the zodiac, the signs of the zodiac would go by, or the constellations of the zodiac. So there was Leo would generally go by at 3 in the morning, and after him was Virgo, with Pisces was the main star in Virgo, and you know, before that there were Pisces and what's the one with 2 dots? Starts with an A. Anyway,